We live?
Yeah, I see. Hey, what's up, y'all? I am Nita Love. I'm your certified sexologist here in Huntsville, Alabama. And tonight we doing it again. We here, y'all. We real. It's live. It's raw. It is the Raw Adult Sexpectation live show / podcast here in Huntsville, Alabama. Y'all, we got some amazing guests on tonight, so I hope y'all are with it. Remember to share this while we're talking. We want comments. We want communication. We want y'all to talk to us. So just let us know that y'all are out there. Now, we are about to introduce our cast members today. We have a few of once again, your fan favorites, and we have some new people on the live show. So I'm going to have them introduce their name and, their relationship status. We're going to do that again today. So let's start with Lawrence. I'm going to start on this side.
Hey, I thought I was going to be last. All right. Hey, how y'all doing? I'm Lawrence Sufrat, Mr. Masculinity himself. Happily married, that's important, for 17 years, 5 kids, entrepreneur, life coach, whole bunch of other things. I do what I do.
Yeah.
Really?
How y'all doing out there? I'm Karan. I'm an author, I'm a screenwriter. I also got the podcast with Fashion Sense. I'm single and still looking.
All right, don't be in the inbox, y'all, okay?
What's up, peeps? My name is JQ. I'm a serial entrepreneur, and I am single, ready to mingle, baby.
Yes. Okay. Josiah, you're not gonna go? Me? Yeah. Oh, I'm Nita Love. I'm your host, and I am in a very happy relationship, baby. You know I love you.
Oh.
Okay. I'm Chelsea. I'm a trichologist. I'm an optician here in Huntsville, Madison area. And I am occupied.
Yeah.
Somebody in the
Hey, let's go.
Okay.
Putting that on the list.
Yeah, I'm going to use that later. Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Patrick Bentley. I am a creative technologist. So I build AI, build things with AI. I do that for Google. I also do that through my own business as well. Holla at me if you ever need that. And I've been married for 8 years, happily. Let's go. Finally. Finally.
All right. Hey, everybody. I am Lorinda Bryant, and I am happily married going on 18 years in September. And I do a lot of great things in the community. I work with young girls. I host, do a lot of great things, creative director. So glad to be here.
Yeah. I love the switch up.
Switch out.
Like, complete that.
Yeah, I love that.
I got a question for me. This occupied, that means so you won't get in trouble.
Oh, huh?
Occupied means when you don't get in trouble. So
Occupied means when I don't get in trouble.
What does it mean when you
Like,
say, how do you define occupied as far as relationship wise? That's new to us. So what does it mean? We may want to
sound
use
like
it.
no one get in trouble.
Right. Like
No. Like
Plain
I'm
but-
occupied. Like I'm not even like.
on the market.
No, not at all. Like
Those that no.
Like,
Oh, okay.
like don't. If I'm occupied, don't bother me. Like, leave me alone over here.
You understand that? Gotcha. I like that.
Took.
Okay. Took.
I see what time we on this.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure.
I'm being goofy. Let me get back right. Okay, so y'all, we are here tonight, and what brings us to the Raw Adult Sexpectation podcast is to really just talk about sexpectations, sex topics that are really just driving the community. We are heavy in the sex culture, the sexual freedom culture, sexual liberation, but we want to get here and just define things and just talk about what's being said, how people feel. And so we post this on all platforms, TikToks, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. And this live show is filmed here in Huntsville at Instaspace Studios. So the biggest thing that we want to talk about really is sexual relationships. And are we bringing more knowledge? Are we bringing understanding? Are we bringing the spotlight, a positive spotlight to sex? So tonight we're going to talk a little bit. Instagram and TikTok has been booming with questions. So I have your questions here and we're going to talk about them live. Now, the first icebreaker topic today is watching porn considered cheating?
No.
Okay, so we just started. Okay. So yes, this is a hot topic. We asked the community. Y'all know I had to do a poll, and the poll went out with 700 responses, and it said 30% said yes, it is cheating, and 70% said no. Let's talk about it, y'all. What do y'all think when people feel? What do y'all think? Is porn considered watching porn or being a part of porn considered cheating? And another statistic that we have is, are we really watching porn? That was the question, right? So is that even something that we should be talking about? So according to statistic, in the last 30 days in relationships, 80% of people are watching porn.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah.
surprising.
That's not
That's
surprising.
actually kind of surprisingly low.
You think so?
I think so too.
Okay.
Especially when you use the word in relationships
Yeah.
as it pertains to porn. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In relationships.
Yeah.
I mean, most people probably make their own porn too.
Now we're talking.
Yeah. And is the porn that they're watching syndicated porn, or is it the porn that they're watching their own porn, or is they
Yeah.
watching porn live? Are they participating in porn? Are they in a sex club, or are they doing it at home? Or they call a person off the street? There's so many different parameters and variables to that.
Learn.
Yeah, and I think porn also like can be a good bridge to talk about things.
Yes.
Right? Or like maybe you don't feel comfortable to like say like I want you to spit on me, right? But you put it in the video, and and then you could be like, oh,
What you think about
What you
that?
think about that? You know what I'm saying? It's like so it can actually like bridge y'all a little bit closer. You know what I'm
Very
saying? So
educational.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I think it can be educational to a point where, what if you are in a relationship and she's not getting off on like not orgasm?
Mhm.
So maybe the guy may be watching it in
Yeah.
certain positions to make her come.
Right.
So that feels dangerous to me. Because porn is like
Imitating.
porn is sex in the same way that wrestling is fighting.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like it is like so I feel like if you're watching it for like, oh, this is how sex is, this is how I should behave, this is how my woman should behave with me, like that's probably where I would be like, oh, now you're getting into like dangerous territory. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not educational. For me, it's entertainment.
I
You
don't
know
watch.
what I'm saying? Yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
watch because I think it's part
I
of.
think it can be
communication.
educational though.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
I've watched
I'm
it.
being extreme. I'm being a little bit.
I've
No,
watched it.
But I
Like,
get what
know,
you're saying. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So anybody else?
I've definitely
before-
seen some moves though. They're like, I'm doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm doing that later. You know what I'm saying? Like,
An- Anybody else?
Yeah, no, I think as long as we remember that porn is entertaining, but I think anybody of intelligence can learn from anything, right? Entertainment has lessons in it, right? So that's not to knock the lessons you can learn. I know I definitely stole a couple strokes, watching
Yeah,
those
bro.
videos. Like, no, for real. But
some
with
legends.
that
out
being
there.
said, I want to answer that question about cheating. I just want to give a general principle, right? Anything you have to sneak is cheating.
Ooh, I like
Yeah.
that.
Now he's
Sneaking.
General principles. If you're sneaking your porn, I know there's a lot of shame. It might be embarrassing, but it's only embarrassing because it hasn't come to the light, right? So sometimes you just have to say, "Hey, babe, I watch porn." And what I've learned when I express it to my wife, "Babe, I love you." Hope I'm not sharing too much, right? But when I share with my wife, "Hey, I watch porn," her question was, "Oh, what kind of porn you watch?" Right? I'm like, "Oh, it's lit." Right? So,
Amateur.
right. You know what I mean? Like, what's your category? And I don't know about anybody else, but most of the porn that I watch is things that I'll never participate in. It's just a fantasy idea for me.
Right. So anybody else on the panel disagree or not disagree? You don't have to agree to disagree here, but anybody else got anything to say about whether porn is considered cheating or not? Anybody? So I have something to say. Someone who I knew that was close to me had a partner who struggled with pornography, and it felt like a form of cheating because, like you said, it wasn't done in secrecy. She knew that he did it, but because he got so much from it, it left her lacking.
Mhm.
You had
And
an addiction?
Yes, it ended up being more so whether this can turn into more of addiction. And that was very devastating. And anybody who's ever been through any form of addiction, when it comes to drugs or alcohol, even sexual addictions, that can be very, very, very hard on a relationship. I don't care what nobody says. And so to figure out and to be in a space where porn was taking something away from the relationship, I think that's what they're coming from in the porn space. Like, you know, you're like, as if you said, you don't even have to sneak and do it. You can say, I'm doing it. But if your partner is doing this and you're left empty, then is it cheating?
Can I add to that, Nita? Because we tend to talk about porn and we don't talk about the masturbation, right? Because for most people it comes hand in hand, but for some people, you can watch porn and not masturbate.
It's a TV,
right?
like it's a TV show.
Yeah, or not even just like it's a TV show, but for some people it's a pastime.
Yeah.
No, I mean,
Like it's a what?
I'm about
Like
to
it's
get
a
extra
what?
raw, right?
No, say.
What
I
you
think it's a pastime.
Yeah.
You know, like instead of watching cartoons,
You
let me
just
see some
watch
titties,
porn.
right?
People do that.
Yes.
Yeah, people really do that,
Yes.
and so
Oh,
I
you
think-
mean just like
It's a
having it in
background.
the background
It is.
Yeah.
while they're
Like-
washing dishes
It's
or
just a
cooking?
sitcom to them. It's not
There you
necessarily
go.
a stimulant in the sexual
Yeah, I
way.
feel like- I feel-
Sometimes it is just, you know, it literally is just a white noise for you. And each person is different based on what that is in their background.
Yeah, I think
I knew
for me.
someone who was exactly that. Matter of fact, that's how I kind of got introduced to porn, is because porn was a background noise for her, something that she could listen to and hear, and it sounded really organic that she could tune out, but it would still have noise in the background for her that she was familiar with. Okay, she was a sexual person, and the porn was the sound and the noise, and that's how I got kind of introduced to even watching it. But it did no stimulation as
So
far
she
as
like over sexual, would you say?
I don't know that part because I've never had sex in that light with her. I only know what she told me.
Right.
Feel me?
And I don't even know how we can judge over sexual.
Yeah,
We all have
what
different
is that?
sexual appetites.
Yeah, so I think
What's over sexual? Is that
over
like,
sexual
can you
is
be
like,
diagnosed with that?
Summer has been so busy with the kids, work, travel, and all of the commitments. It's time to wind back down into your relationship. Break barriers and reconnect at the Love and Intimacy Retreat in Scottsboro, Alabama, September 5th through the 7th. Use the promo code on the screen. Back to commercial.
Well, what I mean, I can give you my definition of
Okay.
it, right? Like, so I think, and it's probably along the same what you were saying, which is like when you do something and it becomes like a detriment to your life. You know what I mean? Like,
No, she wasn't over.
There's no like overeating. I mean, like there's no like diagnosis of that, but eating too much food or
There is
like
a
obese,
diagnosis for
like you know what I
overeating.
mean? Like anything overdoing it can like cause a problem.
And that's
Right.
the space that you're talking. And
Yeah.
I'm first of all kind of shocked. Never heard
Yeah, that's
someone
what we-
use porn as a white noise.
Yeah.
They have that
That's
on in
different.
clubs,
Blew my mind.
different bars.
Very
Yeah.
intriguing. If that's you out
Yes.
there, call me. I just want to talk.
Yeah. It is a
Just
real
trying to get
It is
understanding.
a real
That's right. Because
been
to
to
me,
You
yeah.
have?
Well, say it again.
Trapeze?
No, I haven't been.
Oh,
I
okay.
do want to go.
Okay, that's
No.
You heard of it though.
Yeah,
I've heard of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Y'all never heard of it?
So
That's the context.
So look, the
I wanna
context
talk about that
is,
for real.
so we were talking about whether it's considered a form of cheating. I think, you know, when you get to that space, that emotional space or that mental or that physical space where, like you said, you are overly doing it, you know, and it's taking away from someone that you love, you know,
That's
it's
communication.
it's not necessarily, and because you're getting so much from it, then to me, it can feel like a form of emotional cheating or mental cheating.
I agree. And
Yeah.
I mentioned the masturbation piece because that's a big epidemic with young men. You know, a lot of men in their 20s and 30s are experiencing ED. But it's I don't want to say it's not real ED, but what's happening is they're stimulating themselves so much that the outside stimulation of a physical woman in front of them doesn't hit the same as what they're seeing on the screen and what their hand can do. So I mentioned the masturbation because though I am considered, you know, porn positive, I'm more like porn responsible, and where you're not engaging in something that is taken away from your partner or from your life. There is such a thing as too much masturbation. When you can't get hard off the physical thing anymore, you can't get erect, then I think you should slow down.
Yeah.
That's what I was alluding to is like with the whole like education or like being careful watching it. Cause it's like if normal life volume is on 3, like porn is like 7. You know what I'm saying? And you can get into 10. And then when you're in a normal situation, you don't know how to like just be okay.
Peel
You know what I mean? Cause you think, cause everything has to be extreme. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
everything needs to be in
That's
order
conditioning
to like.
of socioeconomics,
Yeah.
though. Because again, when we talk about cheating, the biggest thing about cheating is communication. Where you and your partner have defined the terms of what porn is going to be for you. And then if you get emotionally lost, it's because you haven't told me.
Mm.
Same thing. Why I'm doing it is because you haven't said anything. So that means it's okay for me. So down to the entire cheating thing, it is a communication definition between me and my partner.
Yeah.
When it comes to the porn thing, baby, like you said, hey, I watch porn, but baby, I know you watch porn and I'm still uncomfortable with it. How come he didn't know that? He was never even given the opportunity maybe to scale back because she was harboring the feelings until it got so bad that she wanted to act on it. But isn't that how all cheating communication kind of goes anyway? When not just necessarily sneaking, because people cheat right in front of each other all day long. But I think it's defining the terms with whom you're with, and if you're going to do that porn, say I do it, and how are we going to handle it? What are the boundaries? What are the, how do we keep it with us?
Right. And while we're on this subject, one of the questions for tonight was from actually a TikTok viewer was, why does what is considered sexual cheating?
Sexual cheating.
Sexual
Is sex,
cheating.
is it physical only? Right. And I think that's what the porn conversation came from, because 30% of the audience consider porn a form of sexual cheating. So,
But 70% did not.
Yeah.
So the 30% that do,
I need to speak up.
Yeah.
I will say, like anything else, cheating is about taking something away from the partner.
that's right.
So, like, I don't know what the average porn consumption is, right? So let me just leave there, right? But I will say this: as far as me and my wife, if me and her are doing what we need to do, I really don't consume it like that. That's not like my go-to, because I want to make myself available for her. Same time, there's times when she's not available. And that doesn't just mean, we could be talking about long trips. There's a bunch of contexts in which she's not available. And that's where, instead of getting another person per se, and violating my vows in that way, I'll pleasure myself, And as far as, we're 17 years in, almost 18 years in, and it hasn't made me unavailable for her. So I'm not going to sit here. I know there's a lot of people who are part of the moral police who just say, don't do it. I'm not saying that's a bad message. I'm saying that's an idealistic message that doesn't fit our current society for a variety of reasons. Porn being easily accessible is not our fault. There's a whole other play involved. That's
so
important to say.
some people consider porn to be like digital cheating, right?
So I would just say, I'm just kind of taking it all in, and it's so interesting to hear all the perspectives. But as for me, my house of porn was cheating, and not just ethnic cheating. The second question, anything that takes his imagination from me, anything his attention, his time, anything that is not me is cheating.
Okay.
I am supposed to be his everything. That's our covenant. So for me and for him, that's cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys have defined that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
our
clear.
communication, expectation, and we got a chance to kind of chat before we started. We are evolving forever. So the person that he was with 18 years ago is not the person that he's with today. So sometimes expectations, boundaries, they do change.
That's right.
But for us, our moral compass says that it's wrong, and
Right.
we don't.
And you don't, and I love that, because we have a panel full of people in different relationships, different styles. And I feel like just having the conversation of what is considered sexual cheating, to hear that porn is a form of digital cheating, it's like, is it not? I think you said that moral compass does come into play. What about emotional cheating?
Everybody's borders are different.
Again,
I think it's the same concept. Anything cheating.
I would say, though, I think like I have a very different perspective on like this person's gonna be my everything, right? Like
The words right out my mouth, bro. Pause.
I think
Okay, say it again. Say it one more time.
I have like issues with like this person is going to be my everything,
Yeah.
right? So like we expect from one person what we used to expect from a village, and what we're supposed to get from a village, right? So like,
Are you speaking sexual though?
no, I'm just talking about, you said emotional, whatever.
Okay,
right?
emotional
Like, so,
cheating. Okay.
like you're supposed to have a community of people, right, that are people that you lean on emotionally, right? Like I think like the thing of like, I want you to be my co-parent, I want you to be my career counselor, I want you to be my cheerleader, I want you to be my porn star, and I need you to do all of these things in perpetuity, right? I need you to do them forever, right? Like that is
unrealistic.
For me, it feels unrealistic, and it feels like I'm setting my wife up for failure for never being able to give me everything that I need.
Well, that's the
You know what I'm saying? And so I prefer to, I mean, my wife is my one and only, right? Like what I would say is she's the most important person to me in my life, right? But she's not my only and my everything, right? Because I also feel like when you make somebody your everything, you never have anything to bring back to them. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all just y'all are like, y'all basically the same damn person. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like there needs to be separation, right? Like
an identity.
You know what I mean? Like, and you need to have your own identity. Like sometimes I need to go and like bring things back to you that I learned somewhere else, right? And then I come back like, yo, I just experienced this thing. You should now know about this thing too. And that continues that desire. Like she desires me more now because I still have something to give to her that she doesn't already expect, right? Like, but that requires space.
Sign up for the Touch, Tease, and Talk 30-Day Intimacy Challenge. As your local sexologist, this challenge is not about the bedroom. It's about creating a foundation of growing together. Do this in the link below. Now back to the live show.
We should, I think we should clear what we mean by emotional.
Yeah. So emotional, so the emotional space in cheating comes from a lot of people believe that cheating is only physical. Like in order for you to cheat sexually, we're talking sexual cheating, everybody online, that the only way that you can consider to be cheating is to have physical sex, meaning that you laid down and there was penetration or intercourse or all forms of sex that could have happened with someone else. But me as a sexologist, sex and the connection that it has a space of emotional and mental in the space as well.
Absolutely.
So mentally cheating, sexually cheating is a thing. Emotional cheating is a thing because you could be laying down physically, but mentally, emotionally, your mind is on someone else or in someone else or thinking about someone else
all the time. Like, okay, go ahead. I don't know who says it for real, but I hear it all the time. Like men cheat physically and women cheat emotionally. Like that's the thing I hear from the time I was little. Like
I've heard it, but
in the sexual context,
I like how you described it
because people don't see it that way. People think that I can be with you and I can go away and I can go meet Tom down the road. And Tom does things to me with my mind that my partner cannot do with me.
Yes.
So that is a turn on for me. That is the difference between a sexual emotional cheating and mental emotional cheating. So then I go to Tom and I'm getting all that I need mentally. And my body is responding to that. But because I went home and I masturbated alone, I didn't cheat.
You didn't give dude.
Yeah. But then you're not allowing that emotional or that mental freedom in your own sexual relationship. So then it becomes a form of emotional or mental sexual cheating.
Well, I'm sorry. Let's back up. Back up. 'Cause I heard two things. I thought I had you, but I got lost a little bit.
I'm talking about in a sexual way.
Yeah. But so Tom, right? That's his name down the block, Tom? All right. So Tom is doing things for you mentally that your partner can't do. Is it because your partner isn't as intellectual as Tom or mentally stimulated as Tom? Or is it that you're not as open mentally to your partner? I think
that's the part of cheating is the disconnection that you are keeping out of the relationship. It's not the fact that your partner, is trying to give you and you're, that's working. But the fact that you are emotionally getting aroused and getting what you need and then coming back to the relationship is a form of emotional sexual cheating.
Yes.
Because your body is responding and you're not allowing your partner to feel that. You're not allowing them to feel it. You're not allowing, yes. So that's what someone spoke, and does sexual cheating, what does it look like beyond the physical? So y'all spoke on digital, which I love that you said that. Like, no, I want to be, I feel like if you're watching porn, you know what I'm saying? To me, I want everything in that sexual erotic space to come from me. And the reason why is because of that, because some people get more out of the other things in the bedroom. And to know that your person can go out and you're pleasing them, that you putting it down, right? And then they go out and they're empty, and then they go fill up emotionally, sexually with someone else.
I don't know if I can say I'm putting it down. Yeah, I maybe we look at it different.
Go ahead.
And I can only speak
Are they
from.
empty or like?
I don't know. I
Halfway?
Yeah, like
10 on 12 or something?
throw a little ice in the cup or something, you know.
I've emotionally cheated before. I've been with someone where the sex was great. It was fulfilling. I had an orgasm. That was it though.
Right.
After that, for me, I need the cuddle. I want to talk about things. There's so many emotional things. I want you to rub my shoulder and play in my hair. Let's take a shower together. It was none of those emotional things that kept me connected to the grid and the emotional desire of wanting to be with you. It was just when I needed to get a nut, I wanted to call this person because he was the person that was going to provide it the best sex experience.
Right.
But emotionally, I was very disconnected from him. And so I was meeting Tom at the coffee shop, and we were having the best stimulating emotional conversations and experiences without ever having sex with him, not one single time. But I masturbated off of all the experiences that we met afterwards.
So I think we need to have a conversation about emotional polyamory. Not saying that
elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people think that cheating is only done through physical connection. But as we've stated here, sexual cheating can look like a lot of things to a lot of different people. There are people that, okay, and they'll say, hey, I can't please you every night. I'm sorry. Go in there and watch what you're going to do as long as you're not physically leaving the house to get it. I feel like that communication piece is very important. So we had someone to leave a comment. We're going to read the name and we're going to go from there. What did he say?
Rayshard said, I was accused of cheating on my ex because she didn't like that I contacted a friend that she felt was a threat to our relationship. Long story, LOL. But ultimately, it depends on the partner.
Yeah.
Communication.
And we talked about that, communication. So, Q, you had something to say when we were talking about emotional cheating. Do you remember what you had to say?
Yeah, I was, well, of course, I'm not married or nothing, but I know what I've been through in the past as far as not just porn, but like social media. For example, Instagram. We know we leave your phone out and somebody go through it and they see the likes or the comments. The first thing they going to say is like, why you didn't come at me about that or tell me about that? But you're liking that person's page and what she has on. There's something I need to change about myself. And not just with the females, but the males, because we happen to see some stuff that's on social media. May want to change our perspective on stuff. It's like, I need to boss up a little bit. Maybe I need to, get in the gym, or maybe I need to do it this way or do it that. But you're liking this, but you're not telling me, which I'm learning from you all as far as communication. But I know, like I said, I'm not married yet, but for people that's out there that need to know it, how would y'all feel about that in the social media world?
I think social media is, frankly, like, probably one of the worst things that happened to us in like our lifetimes.
I agree. It's so bad.
Because it's not reality.
It's like porn.
Yeah, it's not.
It's not real.
Like, it's a fantasy. Like,
it's not real.
But
so
you
I'm
work
thinking-
at, like you said, the AI and stuff.
Yeah.
That's getting big right now.
Yeah, so it's not.
You
Yeah,
can
they got
create
AI
your
porn.
own person right
Y'all,
now.
they got AI porn.
They're
that's
signing
crazy.
artists, AI artists.
Yeah,
and
so
Not to take off what you're doing.
No, y'all.
I like what
Oh
you're
no,
doing.
no.
but you
So
don't-
I mean, I will say this real quick. Like, I feel like it's important to have people that can represent certain perspectives in that space. So that's one of the reasons why I'm there. Right, is because I feel like we need to have people that are like promoting responsibility and like.
Right.
So I'm a psychology major. That's what I went to. That's what I have my bachelor's degree in.
Okay.
So I really
Me
like
too.
that intersection of like psychology and technology, right? And like how it changes the way we interact with other people. But so I would say, like, to your point about like social media, like, yes, none of it's real, right? Everybody's pretty, everybody's rich. Like you're basically watching and comparing your, what do they call it? Like you're watching your blooper reel and comparing it to their highlight reel. Right. You know what I mean? And thinking and trying to measure yourself up, which is just a problem. I also think that technology, it sort of gives people the expectation that they should have 100% access to you all the time. Mm-hmm. Right. So there was a moment, like I'm 40. I don't know how old everybody else is, but I remember growing up and people just left the house.
Yep.
You feel me? There was no constant connection. Like they left. And then if you call
they got back.
they got back when they got back, and you call their house phone. And if they didn't answer the phone, you leave a message, and then they'll just get back to you when they get back to you. Right. And I feel like there's this interesting sort of dynamic that I'm watching with younger couples where like they want to share a location. Yeah. They want to go through your phone. Right. Like, and I feel like social media has sort of taken away the expectation of privacy. Mm. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, another question that came, and this came from a female on TikTok, and she basically asked us, where is it? She wrote, I know at least 4 women over the age 35 who were married and didn't have an orgasm until their late 30s. And it wasn't with their long-term partner. Ooh. What does your, so basically, why does our culture teach women that pleasure isn't a priority?
Does it?
I don't have that problem. I don't think culture taught me that at all.
I don't think it did.
I don't think culture.
Well, I'm so glad y'all said that. I read that question and I was like, this is not true.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think whoever put that out there.
Hold on, one at a time.
What kind of culture is she talking about? And what did she thinks that culture taught women not to be pleasure?
She was saying that married women, women that are in relationships or married, were in their late 30s before they experienced orgasms.
And
it wasn't with their long-term
partner. Okay.
Basically. So the question comes down to, do we live in a culture where we're teaching women that pleasure isn't a priority? If you've been with someone 10 to 15 years.
I don't think culture is teaching her not to be pleasurable. I think culture is teaching her to redirect what she's trying to get out of that relationship. And I just don't think probably sex is the number one thing on her list or his list with her. And it may not even be a priority in their relationship, depending on when we talk about sex. Sex could just be get it in which was my case, right? And then that's it. They could do that every day and it mean nothing. It could be a stress reliever, right? But at the same time, she's been in this long-term relationship with this guy. She's never had an orgasm and she ain't said nothing. How do you do that?
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah, I mean, there is a belief. I'm not surprised that you haven't heard this, but there has been a narrative, right, that has been saying that sex has been men-focused, like focusing on male pleasure.
I wouldn't say it's a narrative.
Well, but that's what they're alluding to, where it's like the pleasure of a woman seems to be either accidental or secondary.
Well, be honest with you, women about 10 years before 10 years ago, the understanding of the female anatomy, the ability of a woman's orgasm was done on like an animal up until 10 years ago. So let's not say that it wasn't a thing. Because up to 10 years ago, they never did any nerve testing on women.
Not orgasm.
Yeah.
Nothing pleasurable
at all.
But that's my point.
Up until about 10 years ago. And women been around here doing things for a long time.
That's why I think it's not cultural.
Yeah,
okay.
I think,
because they just discovered 10 years ago that we need to look into it.
I think women been busting nuts for a long time, so
specific culture.
Not
it may be feminist, gender.
Hold on, wait.
But it's not cultural.
So you believe it's not culture? What do you believe?
Oh, I mean, we got to define culture versus society. I think I always believed that there was a sex-positive culture that always existed in humanity. Even if we go back to ancient days and rites of passages where they taught you certain things and tests that you would go through to become a man or a woman, that was also around sex, right?
Yes.
If we're talking about Western society, and if we're calling that culture, then I understand where she's coming from. We're talking about Western society. Yes, Western society has been obsessed with the man. Everything was catered towards the man, but that was Western white society, right? If you get outside of that, I mean, it was the Indians that came up with the Kama Sutra, right? There are many African tribes that we can go into where they understood the purpose of the clitoris long before, you know, the Western society knew that it was shaped like a wishbone, right? So I think sometimes the dominating society, we're using the word culture inappropriately is what I'll say. We're misusing the term culture.
Okay. Anybody else? Loretta?
Yeah.
Oh, well, just speaking again from my perspective, we've been together almost 18 years and sex is a priority and enjoying sex is a priority and we give and take, right? So there, again, you're not always 100%. So sometimes it's a quickie, sometimes it's pop, sometimes it's Maxwell. It's just, you know, it's just wherever we are, you know, and it keeps the relationship fun and fresh and it's like not, we both need to be good.
So do you think that it's not a taught thing in society? Like,
I do, and I think too. Let me speak from this.
Do you feel that women that you met felt like their pleasure was put on the back burner?
Well, yeah, and let me tell you why too. Because we are in the church, right? So let me speak from that perspective. Marriage is in the church, and I was sharing this too. We don't have anybody to go to. We don't have anybody to talk to. That's taboo, right? Mm-hmm. So we don't get to say, I'm not feeling this or this is happening. Mm-hmm. We don't get to talk about that. And then let's add on the layer of sexual trauma, things that might trigger us to make us check out mentally or emotionally. And so again, it's down to communication, talking, sharing. And that's why covenant is important to me because now I can be free in all those spaces. Mm-hmm. And I can't do that with, all these other people. You know, that's important.
Ooh, speaking. Okay, go ahead.
I would just acknowledge, I think we got to acknowledge the fact that, yes, there is a certain, stigma that comes around. Like, if you like sex, you're a whore, right? Like, there's definitely a stigma that comes with that, right? But on the same note, I feel like all of us are getting messages all the time that pleasure is paramount and that it is everything, and that fulfillment is everything, almost to the forget everything else. Fuck the kids. Fuck that man. You know what I'm saying? Like, your fulfillment.
It's all about
you know what I'm saying?
Compared to water.
Which I think is dangerous, right? But I want to take it in a different direction and then just say, I do also think that sometimes people blame men for shit that's their fault.
Facts.
Right? And I think that
Pause.
Ultimately,
I ain't even gotta say it.
Pause.
My man.
Rewind. Say that for the crowd. I don't think that.
I think that sometimes women blame men for shit that is their fault. Right?
For instance.
For instance, if you are with somebody for 20 years or 10 years and you're not busting nuts.
Right.
Right? And you do not take it upon yourself to say something to your man.
What are you doing?
You know what I'm saying? Whose fault is that?
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's not his fault.
But
you ain't even been 10 years.
Hold on, but the question was that
y'all be blaming us for a lot of shit. That's not our fault, bro. That's crazy.
I'm dead.
And I also think that really people are uncomfortable. It is a very vulnerable thing to look at the man who cares for you.
Ooh.
So carnal desire and
so glad I like that.
Love is very different, right? So it's I care for you, but there's a certain level of objectification that I have to have and selfishness that I have to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I don't think a lot of people know how to balance those well. Mm-hmm. And I don't think a lot of women know how to say to the man that cares for them tenderly, I need you to choke me tonight.
Yeah. I need that.
You know what I'm saying? I need
bust it on.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
What I've
to
learned.
do that. And that's vulnerable.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
Women don't feel safe or vulnerable in a situation. They're not going to express or give that energy.
I think
No, fair point.
I think that's true, but I don't think that's always. I think that can be an excuse for just not wanting to be uncomfortable.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So wait.
Well, I think
it can be both, but I don't.
I don't think you could we should negate it.
No. I'm not negating it, but I do think it's if some you can be scared to do a thing and then just be I didn't feel comfortable doing.
So you're right.
You know what I'm saying? They didn't give a safe space.
Speaking of sexual desire, sexual communication, or unblocking sexual trauma, or maybe you just want more adult sexual knowledge, I am here to assist you in all of these areas. whether you're online or you're in Huntsville and want to meet in person. Contact me today for free consultations. I am available. Now back to the show.
Your
You know what I'm
kudos.
saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
So as a certified sexologist and being women, okay, so let's say we talked about not having any form of background of what female pleasure was up until the last 10 years. So a big thing came from sexual knowledge.
Scientific.
And women, the force on Viagra and men, like that was pushed out there. It was on every commercial. Like you don't see that. You don't see that out loud for a woman. If they push women's pleasure first, we would have totally different questions. So the fact that in 10 years, last 10 years, this has been the forefront, a lot of women don't understand also what brings them pleasure. They don't understand emotional pleasure. They don't understand the mental pleasure. They're only taught physically, this is what you do, and it is to lay down, make him happy, because one of our questions that we're going to talk about was what you won't do, another woman will, is a form of invisible sexual pressure. And we put that in the community. That's out there.
Do you think people say that to each other, or is that just like some social media
Never
shit?
say that.
No, yeah, they do.
To each other?
Yeah.
They say that to each other?
Yeah.
Rap.
Or
Social.
Or
Not social.
You got to be a coach. Hey, what you want to do? Some other.
you don't think they
In
will?
the movies and
That's like
Yeah.
movie shit.
That's what
No.
they know.
That's
Like real
crazy.
life.
It's real.
Look, okay, let me kill the myth.
It's real.
It's a real thing. I sit in my office with couples and they say this. Someone else will do it.
They need to just go ahead and just.
That it.
But
Like, I would never.
that is what we call sexual comparison. And we do this so much in relationships. So for me being someone who teaches women, y'all out here in these streets, teaching the culture, Black liberation, sexual liberation for women, they are not thinking emotional. They're not thinking mental. There have been upbringings where sex isn't even for the woman.
Oh, yeah.
Like literally grandmama after grandma after grandmama has told them this so they can get into marriages for years. And it's not putting the responsibility of pleasure on the man, because to me, I get that too. Because it's like, if you're not talking, if you're not communicating, if I don't know what pleases me, how am I supposed to tell him? Now I'm mad at him for not knowing how to please me. I think that speaks volume. But it also comes down to knowing your body and speaking on this and that too. But that hasn't been the upbringing of within the culture. From a woman's standpoint, you got church shame, you got women shame. If even women shame women as into being whores. So if I get around my friends and I'm the sexual friend, oh, that's the sexual friend right there. She know everything right there. We do that.
Y'all blame us.
We do that. I think culture does have a big thing to do with it.
Is it okay to also like cut this down a little bit more and be like, heterosexuals have a lot of issues in their relationships, because this is a lot.
Fun fact: you know who has the highest occurrence of domestic
We're not talking about we're talking about sex and emotions and
you want to know
like
you want to know what I believe, as I've been working in the sexual community as well. In more of the LGBT relationships, sex is the start topic. In most heterosexual relationships,
It is not.
it is not. Whether you're this, what your type, how I desire, I'm attracted to, is the forefront of a lot of those relationships. And in heterosexual relationships, it is put on the back burner because you don't want to come off as too hoish, or a man can come off too thirsty. So to me, that just speaks from seeing it that way. And also in the community as well, it's very sexually high charged.
Nita, I want to drop this bomb, and then I'm a dip real quick. But I think as it pertains to heterosexual sex, to your point,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of the complexities that we have, it really deeply rooted in insecurities, and we don't want to say that. Like when we talked about social media, we talked about emotional cheating, we talked about a whole bunch of things. I know for me in my house, wife, babe, I love her, right? That's my everything. I could talk about whatever with her. We can explore, and nothing is off the table when it comes between me and her, right? She's not a history buff like me, right? So I have friends that I go and I get that history stimulation from. It may not be sexual, but sex, the brain is the biggest sex organ. So what one person might see as sexual, somebody else doesn't. I think there comes a point where there's a reality that, babe, if you like that dude with the 8 packs, that ain't me, sweetheart. I got one good pack for you, right? But there are things that I bring that nobody else can bring. And we made a commitment that goes beyond just those pleasures,
Sexual.
right? And we feed the things that we enjoy with each other. We're intentional in saying, this is what I like from you, this is what you like from me. We're going to invest in these things to keep the bond going. So while we're talking about sex and we want to talk about safety, we have to all talk about intentional, emotional, physical, mental investment. Whereas okay, I might not be into this, but if she's into it, I'm going to give it a try to the best of my ability. But I'm not going to be intimidated when she finds a friend who might be a man who is able to engage in whatever I'm not dealing with, because it doesn't automatically have to lead to sex. And here's the truth, and now I'm a dip. If she wants to have sex with somebody else, ain't nothing I can do about it anyway. Ain't no ring, ain't no vow, ain't no nothing gonna stop that. So I'm not about to lose sleep stressing about what's not happening. If I'm gonna lose sleep, it's gonna be in investing in my relationship over and over again. And it has been working. And I would suggest more people do that.
What we call invisible sex pressure. What we stated was, if you don't do it, someone else will. Or what we hear is, well, if you hear and your partner says to you, well, everybody else is doing it, because that comes up. Or if you love me, you'll do it. We do this a lot in sexual spaces. Well, how do y'all feel about these quotes when you hear them and like coming from me, a sexologist, saying they're not helpful? How do y'all feel when I say that out loud?
Agreed.
I agree.
I can't even really relate to that. Like, I feel like, I don't know if I've ever told somebody anything like related to that. Like, not even close. Ultimately, because I think like if I want something from somebody, that's not the way to get it from them. You know what I mean? Like, and I just wouldn't want, I wouldn't want anybody that I'm with to say some shit like that to me.
But we don't stop other people from saying it.
I mean, how can you?
Yeah.
I mean,
Why
is it
do
my
y'all
belief?
think it's
What do you
acceptable? Like, why do we say things like that in general? Why do you think invisible sex pressure is even a
Well,
thing?
See how far you can.
How you can go? It's just like bullying.
That's
Yeah,
manipulation.
it's all
It's a
good.
manipulation. It's a
Yeah.
form of manipulation. It's also a coping mechanism for fear. It is not loving your own self.
Control
So
tactic.
yeah,
Yeah.
It's a
deploy,
control tactic.
distracting, all that kind of stuff to take the limelight off of you. And I think when it all boils down to it, it's an internal situation that we project so that we don't have to deal with it ourselves. I think that's everything. The cheating, all that. Communication. If you can't talk to your partner about anything that you're going with, that's probably not a good partner for you.
Yeah.
And if you can't talk to anybody, then there's a real, you may be the common denominator of the problem with communicating, because you don't even know yourself.
Ooh, that's good.
Yeah. That kind of makes me just airy and sad.
Yeah.
Yeah, that people
Like
would
that
use
people
that.
actually, like, I would just never say that to somebody I cared about.
Wow.
You know what
You
I'm
don't
saying?
do it. I'm
Like,
gonna
That's
go
because
somewhere else.
you're not that person.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
not
not
that
a-
type of person.
Yeah.
So that don't even compute for you.
No, it doesn't even
But
make sense for me.
we
But
hear
this
it
is a
so
particular type of-
much.
I feel
On
like
TikTok,
that's a
I hear
particular
it
type
so
of
much.
person.
Oh, y'all don't do this. Another one
That's
will.
not like
If you don't do this, somebody else gonna take care of him.
that's not a normal.
Yeah, that's
That's
not
not a
normal.
normal
And I don't
thing.
think, like, I mean, I hear that type of stuff on social media, but again, social media isn't real.
But
like, I feel like,
the culture
I've
is
seen it in
real.
person.
I've
Yeah,
seen it in
In
person.
Just
seen
I
that?
work at a shoe store.
yeah,
You know, I'm a store manager, so you got to think like you're not going to buy this. And I also work the nightlight, so you got to think about when they come and they flirt, it's like, oh, you gonna buy me a drink this now? Okay, buy me a drink.
You know.
Okay, come to the shoe store. Well, you ain't gonna buy it. I'm just gonna get somebody else to do it.
That's crazy.
I mean,
Yes.
they do it, but it
They
makes
do it, but they
the
do
male or the female just be like,
Yeah,
well,
that's wild.
let me get this because I don't want to lose you.
Yeah,
So without
yeah.
losing you, I just staying on their
It's
P's and Q's.
control.
Yeah,
No,
that would be like the
control.
end of the, like if somebody ever said that to me, I would be like, all right,
Me
bro,
too,
we
I'm
never
out.
talking ever.
That's
again.
I mean,
Control.
I agree.
Control.
But where we at right now,
Yeah.
yeah,
It
it's
has-
big. It's big.
That's
It's definitely
crazy,
big.
man.
And then, like you said, social media is not real. But if I'm flashing the money into this and that, well, you just flashed $50,000. You mean tell me you can't buy this? You can't buy this purse? You can't get my nails done? You can't get my hair done?
Yeah.
I mean, it's common now. It's
Right.
common.
Very
You see it all
common.
the time.
I'm glad I'm married, man.
I'm very common.
So we're on our way out. Before we leave, I wanted to ask one more question, and then we're gonna play a game called "Do Something Strange for a Little Piece of Change." Okay. So before we head to that, the question that I want to say was someone spoke that in sex, why do we simplify men? Why is it he a man, a pole with a hole? Why is men seen as, you know, he thinking with his only? Where does that come from? And is it true?
Can I say, so I don't.
A pole with
I
a
just
hole.
gotta say it how you know.
Go ahead.
But even with the other question with the pressure, I literally was on my way here and I was talking to one of my best friends and I was like, we still dealing with that kind of stuff? Like I felt like that was high school stuff.
Yes.
Young
And she was like, well, maybe we just started early. I don't know. But but just to even I think in my mindset, that was in my younger days, the guys that were driven pressure from uncles and dads to conquer and get
Divide.
get as many as you can. And so
Yes.
it just kind of became a way of life and thinking in society. Even back to what you won't do another one. I have never had that conversation sexually, but with older women, like you better take care of that man. Somebody gonna do it, So that's
Leave them fed.
yeah, it's like a manipulation tactic.
It is.
But even with the guys, I think once you mature, your appetite changes, your desires change, discipline, right?
on,
All of those things come with growing up and maturing. So I would hope that there wouldn't be a 40-something-year-old man still doing that. We know we have, but I'm just saying, there's some stuff.
Let me
some
get my inbox
growth,
out right now.
right? I'm
Put
just
my face on
I would
camera.
hope-
Your face,
I would
yeah.
hope. But yeah, I don't really know about, I could just speak from my experience. And then not to change it, but I want to just share something that we talked about too. When we got married, my expectation was that I would get to be freaky and free. His expectation was, oh, she's so pure, she's my wife, I can't do these things to her. So through therapy that came out, because I felt like you're rejecting me, like you're not doing these things.
I'm trying to jump off the
I'm
truck.
married now. I can
do all this stuff.
I'm not inhibited. I'm not in this box anymore. So we actually went through that, and I try to be honest, and open. We struggled in that area for a while because even after therapy, his mind still couldn't wrap around the fact that I am not pure. I am your wife. Let's go. You know what I mean? But that had to do with unhealed sexual trauma, we both had unhealed sexual trauma. So that had to do with all of that. A lot of things come into play. Us not talking,
I love that.
uncommunicated expectations, all of that.
I think that's a big thing. And did anyone have anything to say about men being over-sexualized, hyper-sexualized,
Simplified,
oversimplified? Like,
I think that's
that's
true.
all they want. Like, literally. And then, according to research, over 49% of men experience some form of sexual manipulation and violence in partner relationships. Black men actually get abused, talked down to, like, if you're not gonna sleep with me, you're gay. So they often get in some form of coercion with Black men, but that's because we're teaching that men are so simple that all you have to do is put it in front of them. Is that true? Are we really putting that out there? Is that what we want to teach the culture, that men don't have emotional, sexual space, that men don't have mental sexual space, that all they see is a pole and a hole?
Yeah, I think I would agree with that statement. I think there's a lot of tension between men and women. Cause like from the man's point of view, what it looks like is that like you are just a dick and you are here to facilitate my needs financially, physically, whatever, right? Like, and I think that a lot of women don't know how to engage men outside of that. Like, so when they can't control them with sex, or like when sex isn't like the main priority, like they don't even really know how to like deal
Maneuver with him.
right?
Yeah.
Ooh.
And I think like even, and I'll just talk about my own personal struggle. Like one of the things that I've realized over the years is that I actually don't like casual sex, right? Because like for me, the enjoyment I get is the game, right? It's the like the seduction and the like the whole unraveling and this little like cat and mouse shit that we doing, right? Like that, like the sex is kind of like the culmination, but that's not really what does it for me, right?
Right.
And like, and when I'm just like, oh, we just gonna fuck, it's like, yeah, I can do that, but those are never the best times, right? Like the best times are always when it's like that little emotional charge and all that other stuff. And like, I used to be like, damn, am I soft, or like, am I, you know what I mean?
Ooh, thank you.
Like, am I this? You know what I'm saying? Like, how come I don't really want? I don't want to just
Second
like,
guess yourself.
yeah, I don't want to just take this girl home and like knock her down. Like, you know what I mean? Even though she's kind of like wanting me to, it's
No,
kind of like,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Just for the simple fact that just dating, and I also been playing college basketball and stuff like that, you also get the narrative of, if you do take a young lady home, and the first thing you think is you're gonna have sex with them.
Yeah.
Maybe sometimes we do want to cuddle, and we actually do that. The first thing a woman say,
you gay?
"What was wrong with you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is everything okay? Did I smell? Did I?"
Am I
No, I
fine?
just wanted to get a vibe off you.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. I might, yeah, I want to smell you a little
But
bit.
you don't want me.
but then you get in that, they get in that group chat, and it's a whole nother like, man, I don't know, this, and then it wasn't even like that. I was really just trying to get a vibe off you. But actually, when we do it, it's like, I really didn't want to do that.
Yeah.
And now you're like, well,
Yeah.
make it make sense, because you're confusing.
Yeah.
It's
Now
always so
you
much
still
better.
you second guess yourself, like, okay, you wanted me to do it, then, well, back again, social media, you just said you wanted to just chill.
Mhm.
So I did not try you. You writing a whole paragraph saying, why you didn't do this? Why you did this? Well, that wasn't the case. I seen a post that you said you just wanted to chill. But now if you wanted me to do all that and I did it, I probably wouldn't hear from you. Because you're like, oh, you just like the rest of them.
And sometimes I just want to leave you wondering.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I
never
just
know.
want to leave you
Yeah.
wondering, like, oh.
And the reason I want to say that is because before we move to our game is that I have a lot of men in my office, as you say, I feel like sex goes through growth. You have to grow sexually even in relationships, you have to grow sexually. It's not just you're going to meet one person and sex is going to be great. Please stop with that narrative, because that's not how it works, right? Sex is a learned behavior. And as you go along in life, you have to learn as you go how to be what you want to be in the bedroom, how free you want to be in casual sex compared to a real partner style relationship or even sexual partnership. You got to make a decision. And in that comes that growth element that I feel that we don't allow even men to have, because in my studio, I'm meeting grown men that have been introduced to sex in such a forceful way. They don't even know how to dial it back because it deals a lot in their masculinity.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, I'm trying to chill and she mad. I'm like, I ain't did nothing. Or he, or on the opposite end of, because he grew up in the hypersexual, hyper masculine world where his masculinity was coped around his sexual ability. Now in his adult age, if he's not reaching that peak, he feels less than a man.
Yeah.
And that comes from oversimplifying men. Like, some men don't want just sex. And can we say that out loud without somebody don't kill me? Don't y'all come for me in me comments. Because I know a lot of men are like, well, shit, I do, but that's the truth. I mean, but can we say that it's not for everybody?
Yeah, I think the dance that we have to play sometimes is almost impossible.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yes.
I feel like we're expected to be
Like a
hyper
sex
masculine.
dance.
Well, it's not even just sex, right?
It's
I feel like
men, period.
I feel like we have to occupy space in a certain way,
Yes.
right? In order to be attractive, in order to be respected, in order to be these things, which oftentimes is really some proxy for violence.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, are you big? Are you tall? Do you like? It's a proxy for, can you commit violence, right? And we have to fill that space. But then when you get in these interactions with us in a more personal setting, we're expected to be hella tender.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And like, I feel like that dance is impossible to do. And we got to go to corporate, right? Because I got to go and work around white folks. And I have to be very, you know what I mean? Like, I have to be very like intentional about everything I'm saying, right? And I have to be non-confrontational. Like, I can't resolve conflicts at my job the way that I'm expected to resolve conflicts in my culture. You know what I'm saying? And like, and being able to play all of that. And I mean, I'm well paid, right? But this is what comes with being well paid, right? Is this dance, right? And like, I feel like this dance that y'all want men to do sometimes is like, it's impossible. You know what I'm saying? And like, and I know women have their struggles and they've been neglected for a long time, like, so they deserve their moment. But like, I really want us to acknowledge that, like, the dance that we have to play for y'all,
I think that is so true.
you know what I'm saying, is impossible sometimes. And
I feel you on that.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
I totally
That's
understand that. You know, just coming out of Men's Health Month, I just did a series on that as well. The whole entire society's expectations of the mentality, how they're supposed to live, the weight of the shoulders carried on them. They're supposed to be this bomb-ass sex man. They're supposed to be this great dad. They're supposed to bring it on this room. They're supposed to have emotional ties. There's so many things that they're supposed to do. Good God, is there a book, a handbook, an SOP? Used to, before it was just provide, take care of your kids, and be a good husband. And now there is so much on the man that we don't dissect and dive into or have conversations about, that they deal with internally.
Right.
It's just so hard.
It is
so hard.
And I love that when we're ending this topic, because I don't want to oversimplify men in sexual spaces. If you're doing that, please stop. It is not cool. We're raising men to have emotional depression in sexual spaces that they don't even need to be, because half of these myths and understanding behind male sexuality is not even true. You know, they're not helpful, they're not true. And to put all that pressure on them to meet the mind of what you want instead of communicating what we want, I think is just very unhealthy. So we're going to end the show by having a quick game called Do Something Strange for a Piece of Change. Okay. So the red is we're going to have topics, and the panel is going to decide whether y'all got your phones. Y'all got a tally. Okay, you don't have to tally. You can tally in your head. You can count. If not, it's fine. So there's a tally at the end of this. And so we're gonna go. And the thing is, it's simple. If you were do it, you add the money to your ballot. So if y'all online tonight, drop your numbers in the ballot, tally them up as we go. All right. And if you will not do it, you lose money because you didn't do something strange for this change, y'all. And I'm just trying to see what y'all like. Okay. So we got the ballot open. All right. So the first one is dirty talk. Y'all on the live, y'all tell me, would you scream, "Lord, take me now," during your next sexual experience for $150?
Oh, God. Yeah, I do that without paying.
Somebody say yes? Y'all let me know. Y'all losing $150? Say negative 150 in the chat.
See here.
We positive or negative?
She
She said, I got to get a pen. I got to tally up. Here you go.
So how many points you get?
$150.
Ooh, let me go put my 150.
You get $150 if you do this. Add up
Okay,
the
I'm
money.
gonna get my 150 plus.
Okay. So the next one is send a nude photo to your last situationship or ex for $300.
Heck yeah.
Are we
$300.
losing? Or are we gaining?
I'm sending it.
She said, I'm still at plus.
Said negative.
That negative 300.
I'm
If you're
sending
not
it.
gonna do it, you're losing money.
I'm sending it,
yeah,
baby.
I mean, I'm married, and also I wouldn't give it a satisfaction.
I wouldn't do it either. I had to lose 300.
So I
had
got
to
a
lose 300.
loophole. I broke up with my husband for like 3 hours, and we back together.
Yeah.
So he my ex.
I like that. I like that. So if you would do that, add 300. Y'all in the chat, okay? The next one is kinky and funny. Would you moan your full name loud and proud
Mhm.
during your next sexual experience for $200.
Oh yeah,
My
I'm
name?
doing it.
Your name.
Yep, sure would.
Adding 200s. Someone said negative.
$100, yeah.
You
Yeah,
do it
for
for
sure.
200.
Why not?
Why not? It's
I
my
can't.
name.
My name long, y'all, so it'll be like Shaquanita Deshante Gibson. I don't know how I would do that cute. I don't know. That'll be cute.
It don't have to be cute. Nobody
That's
said
not
any of
cute.
that.
You
What
didn't
you
say
mean?
that.
I didn't say it. Okay. Okay, so we loud and proud. Negative. You negative 350? Golly. He a negative $350. I'm trying to give y'all money. What is y'all
I don't
doing?
know what they
Okay. Just say what you is. What's your price? What's your number is?
I can't count.
Oh,
Okay.
I got it, baby.
All right. Okay.
See,
You got $50? Ooh, that's it. Ooh, got a lot of money on this board now. Y'all tripping. This is $50. Ain't got but $50. Come on now, y'all.
We on the same page.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. He in the hole.
Oh.
Somebody ain't even in the negative. Okay, so the next one is, would you wear a collar or a symbol of submission on your next date
Oh,
for
God.
$600?
Oh God, yes, honey. What are you talking about?
We positive?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm negative now.
I didn't say.
Oh, come
You ain't saying yes, no,
Yeah. Crazy, yeah.
Come on.
Q said he negative.
Oh, put it on you right
Crazy
here. It
about
ain't that
this,
bad.
Nothing. You still. Q said you ain't got but $50.
I have 650 now.
You have 650.
Oh, baby,
We got
$650.
$650.
I got 1,250.
JQ is doing something strange for a piece of
I
change.
am strange and changing.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 650.
Somebody said, no, I'm about 600. That's a lot of money I'm giving y'all.
Not married.
Okay.
Right.
For $50.
Oh God, that's probably not even worth it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would you allow a big old neck hickey? $50.
No.
What's the question?
A hickey on
A
my head?
hickey.
That's
Would
a
I
blood
allow
clot.
it?
Yeah, would you too for $50?
No, that's a blood clot. I gotta go negative on it.
Someone said well, I did this with my sister, and she was like, "Yeah, that's childish, and I'm not doing it."
Oh, y'all.
Y'all gonna lose $50 over a neck hickey?
I
Put that
am.
hickey on my
That's
neck.
a blood clot.
Put that.
You added nothing?
Mark me up.
No, you take
Mark me up.
She said, "No, you take the neck hickey."
Okay.
Y'all gonna lose $50 for a hickey?
Yes, 50. Yeah,
Oh,
that's all
man.
it was. Now, if you would have said 600, I would have
I'm
put it
at
on there, baby.
700 now.
But it ain't worth
All
it.
right, y'all.
I'm on cameras a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He said, "I'm on camera. I ain't got time."
Anyway,
No
the
big
collars,
old neck.
the neck collars.
All right, for $550.
Ooh, that's me. What is it?
Would you dress up in your role play sexy costume and meet your partner at the nearest bar?
Oh God, yeah.
$550. $550.
That's
Somebody out of debt yet? Anybody?
Oh yeah, 1,200.
You gonna add it?
I'm down to 350.
That's Q still in negative, but it's still in negative. Okay. All right, the last one. $700.
Yes. I'm doing it.
Whatever it is.
Say Q do something strange for a piece of change.
And you know it.
Okay. This is public fun. Would you flash your partner secretly in a crowded public park?
Oh God.
700.
Do that.
Is that one of you?
Not secret.
Me too. Not secret.
Flash them with people.
Yes.
Yes, all day long.
Yes.
I feel like
I
I,
mean,
gotta
it's
be
just
in.
With cell phones out here right now, you would do this.
That ain't-
My boobs are pretty, so I mean,
I'm
take the
saying,
picture.
I mean, you
Yeah.
a flash is
Quickly.
I mean, woo,
But with cell phones taking everything
I
right
will
now.
pull a boob out.
I mean, really, that is nothing.
All right.
Everything except for asking to die.
What?
I didn't want to
Ask to
touch me
die.
now.
Oh, the Lord take
Yeah.
it out.
All right, y'all. So we tallied up your votes. Put your numbers. How strange is your piece of change? Drop your dollar signs in the comments. Let us know, like, what is it? Where are we in the polls, right? So how much we got on the panel?
1350. Okay, I'm.
Someone said they got $1,900.
Ooh, Jesus.
Do something.
2,250.
Ooh, 2,000.
I got 2450.
Oh, hold on. Tell me you ain't say no to nothing.
I did say no to the hickey.
Okay.
$50.
$50. Okay, it was $2,500 cash.
Oh,
So if
well.
you got $2,500, that means that you are willing to really do something strange for a piece of change. Okay, so we gotta ask Q. Q, what was your total? Because did you get out the negative?
Yeah, I went 350.
Okay.
Cash. Oh, you got $350. Jessica, what was yours?
I got 1950.
Nice. Jay, and then what was yours? 1950. Okay. So we out here, y'all. So I just want to encourage you. Half of us would say yes to this list. Go have some fun with y'all partners. Go out here and do something strange for a piece of change. All right. So this is Nita Love. This is the Raw Adult Sexpectation podcast live in Huntsville, Alabama. Listen, y'all are great. Y'all always come in. I know the comments are going to be popping. I will get to you. We're going to ask our panelists one more time to just tell you a little bit about themselves. If you don't know Lawrence Souffrant, he did have to leave at 7:00, but he is Lawrence Souffrant. You can find him at Lawrence Souffrant on Facebook and all other platforms. Lorinda, did you tell them where to find you?
Yes, you can find me on Facebook under Lorinda Anderson Bryant. Then you can find me on Instagram under Lorinda Bryant.
All right.
Yep, catch me on Instagram, Bentley_Patrick.
All right.
My name is Chelsea on Instagram.
All right.
JQUE now on all social media platforms.
And I'm Fashion Sense on all platforms. And Author Q at social media. On Instagram.
Yes.
For my books.
Instagram. All right, y'all. And guess what? We're at InstaSpace Studios. This is live in Huntsville, Alabama. We do it live with them. So if you have not checked out InstaSpace, it's definitely where we do our live show. If you want podcasts, you want photos, they got you covered. That's my number one go-to videographers to me here in Huntsville, to be honest. But I love them, and they do so much for this live show. So thank you so much to InstaSpace Studios. Now, y'all, we are ending tonight. Thank y'all so much for joining. If you don't know who I am Nita Love. And you can email me your questions at nitaloveexperience@gmail.com. And guess what, y'all? It's on TikTok. We on Facebook. We on everything. So if you didn't catch tonight, you can catch the full clip in full HD quality on YouTube within the next 2 or 3 days. Peace out, y'all. We out this thing.
Peace.